Hi guys, happy September. I feel like wishing you a happy half year. And I know it's not a half year, so don't worry, my maths hasn't gone astray. I very much feel, and always have done, like September is another new year. I feel like September is a time to start afresh and a time to kind of reset your goals and where you're going, and you know, thinking about, we've only got a few months left now until the end of the year, and you know, sort of things that you've done so far this year and things that you still want to get done. I feel like I'm very much still in the academic system, that we wind down for summer and we chill over summer, and then when September comes around we kind of, you know, like the whole back to school kind of vibe and feel, you know, everything changes, and I very much feel like it's a new start, a fresh new thing. I was in the education system for quite a long time because I did a degree, I did a postgraduate degree, and then I went back later on in life. Although I didn't finish my degree, I did start another one. I did 2 of the 3 years, and so like I feel like the education system is still part of me, which I'm still healing from as well, because it wasn't all good. And I feel like, yeah, very much in the mindset that like September is bam, new start, new beginnings, time to kind of evaluate everything. I feel like I get stuck in a rut over summer, particularly, as I've said before, I'm not actually a big lover of the heat. I don't really like heat. And so I kind of like over summer don't tend to do much, I don't get much done, I feel lethargic, I feel sluggish, I get stuck in a rut. So I feel like, you know, September the weather starts to get cool, autumn is like my favourite season, and September to Christmas to December is when I feel like I really thrive. So I like to kind of take that time to, like, as I said, like reset. I know people in the planner community use that quite a lot, word quite a lot, to kind of like reset, reevaluate, and just kind of take stock of everything that's been this year and things that have yet to come. And yeah, it's all good, it's all good. And there is a quote, but I can't remember who it's by, that the most successful people in life go back and reevaluate their goals constantly. People who succeed the most, do the most, are the most successful. I'll air quote successful because I think success means different things to different people, but those people who are most successful, who achieve more, do more, they're the ones who like regularly check in with their goals and reevaluate and action them. I'm not going to talk massively on goal setting in this video because I did a whole like long video on setting goals, which I will link below. So if you're interested in like more information about how you actually set goals, then I will link that below. I used to work in HR, and for those of you who didn't know, I used to work in human resources, and I used to deliver various different training modules to members of staff, and one of which was goal setting, specifically looking at like your annual review, your appraisal. And so I used to run training on how to goal set. So although that's many moons ago now, I haven't worked in HR for 5-6 years, and then it wasn't even in the job before that I run the training, it was the job before that. So yeah, we're probably talking about 10 years ago that I used to run this training, but I still feel like it's, you know, still part of me, and it's still, you know, what I know. So there's a whole video on that. But yeah, this video I just wanted to talk about that, you know, a lot of people feel like they set their goals in January, they stick to them for January. By February they're starting to peter out. By Easter they're like totally gone, and gone, forgotten. And a lot of people think, oh, that's it, they've gone, they're forgotten, oh well, you know, there's next year. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can use this time for resetting and reevaluating, and that's exactly what I do. I go back through all my goals and I kind of take stock of what I've done and appreciate that, and I use my journal to journal about the goals that I've achieved and what I've accomplished and how that makes me feel, because there's nothing more amazing than achieving your goals. The sense of accomplishment is just absolutely amazing. So I kind of journal about that, how I feel and what's been going on, and then I look at the goals that I haven't met and I kind of look at why I haven't met them. Sometimes they're no longer relevant, sometimes something's kind of like been and gone, or something new has come in to replace that. So I kind of either take them off, like scrub them off, say goodbye to them, or I will kind of look at them again and think, okay, why didn't I do this? What can I do to make this happen? And sometimes I rework them, I break them down a bit more and rework them, that like, yes, the reason I haven't done this is because this has been stopping me, or this is quite a mammoth task, but if I don't do this mammoth task then it won't lead on to this task. So I kind of try and break it down and look at that and either scrap it all together if it's no longer part of my life or what's needed, or I kind of, you know, make it so. And then I set new goals. I kind of think, okay, right, what do I want to get accomplished for the rest of the year? Now, I've been just doing a little bit of work in my journal. It is not finished. This is a journal cover. This is by Love Neen Dory on Etsy, but the journal is inside. So it's nothing like majorly comprehensive. It's a work in progress, which I think your goals should always be. They don't have to be set in stone, and it's something that you can go back to and rework. But you can do this in your planner or in your journal, but it doesn't have to be, you know, fancy schmancy. But I literally just wrote out goals and put a bit of washi tape on there, and I've just started to kind of think about what I want to achieve, or you know, for like the rest of the year. So I've started almost like a little bit like a bullet journal system. I don't know if you can see. I've got little houses there, and little houses refer to things around the house, and I've got some stars, they refer to me. So I'm just kind of going through and starting to write the list down and starting to do a little key. So yes, I've got things that relate to the house, but that also might kind of relate to the family. So for example, our bathroom, we have been in this house, what, four years, and the bathroom is still decorated the same as it was when we moved in, and it was looking a bit shabby when we moved in, to be honest, but all like the tiles are coming off of the wall, they're all loose, and it's looking very shabby. We can't afford to like totally redo all the bathroom, but we do need to fix those loose tiles because they're sort of getting a bit dangerous and stuff, and there might actually be a problem behind the tiles, who knows. But that is on the list for the rest, to accomplish before the year's out. We need to sort out those tiles and potentially repaint the walls. Our workroom, which is where I film my videos, which is where I store stock, we need to sort that out badly because it is just not working for us as a family. So we need to kind of rejig that room about, the layout about, and kind of have a good sort out, good stock take. On a personal note, I want to establish a new working day routine. Miss B has now started this week, has started preschool. So she's going to be out of the house for 2 days a week. A day and a half a week actually. So I want to look at establishing a new work routine. So the moment I have been working when she's napped, you know, when she has a nap I work, and then I also work in the evenings. But obviously that will change a bit. Now she's out for a day and a half, I'll have a day and a half where I can do some work. So I want to kind of establish a new working routine, and one that works well with the family, so that when Miss B is here, I want to be like 100%. I am present when she's here now, but you know what I mean, like even more so now my best gal pal isn't around for a day and a bit, that I want to establish kind of like a different working pattern. And what I'm going to do, I'm not eating as much fruit as I should be. I've kind of really dropped the wagon on eating fruit. So I used to have a fruit smoothie every single morning. John still does that, but I haven't been doing that lately, so I haven't been partaking. So I want to get back to having a smoothie every day. It's just laziness, to be frank. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to at the moment. But I'm just spending some time like kind of writing through my goals, and that's why I thought I'd pop on and share a video. I picked up a magazine. Did I? Yeah, I think it might have been the Tesco magazine. I can't remember now. My mother-in-law picked it up for me when she went, and it had this like big spread in there, and it just really spoke to me. Now this white stuff is gesso. This is had a lady's face on it, and don't get me wrong, there was nothing wrong with the lady per se, but I just wanted to gesso over it because I wanted it to be about me, not about this lady. And I really liked it because it got all these like positive quotes around it, like do what makes you happy, be optimistic, be brave, don't fear failure, beat stress, all that kind of stuff. But so I liked that. But then this bit here, I'll read it out to you because it's probably quite difficult to see. It says, the time for change is now. September is an ideal time to start afresh. It's a new season, a new term, so here's some motivation to kickstart an all-improved you. And obviously there is an article that goes with that. But I just like, yes, some people are on the same wavelength, that September is a fresh start. So yeah, I stuck it in my journal. I gessoed over her face, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I quite like the white face, but I might kind of do some journaling that. I'm not sure. Really bugs me that it's gone wrinkly crinkly, but it's a magazine page. Yes, I have issues with wrinkly crinkly stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment, is just kind of getting some journal time in and some self-reflection. A lot of people do self-care September, so for me that's kind of like an extension of that. Looking at my goals, spending time for me is kind of looking at my mental health and my sanity, and what makes me feel good and what makes me feel motivated, and that is re-evaluating my goals and everything. So yeah, are you the same? Do you do that too? Do you like use September as a fresh new start and things? I'd love to know. So yeah, that's just my little intake on input, views on September and starting afresh.